What's up, everyone? Welcome to part 3 in our series of hypnotic storytelling. So, this is hypnotic storytelling part 3. I'm super excited to have you join us live. And so, today, as the name suggests, we are talking about hypnotic storytelling, how you can covertly influence people by using a story. So let's get started. In our first video, we looked at the foundations of having a hypnotic story. In our second video, we talked about some specific techniques to use to make your stories more hypnotic. And today, I'm going to be continuing on this topic and how to actually make your stories extremely hypnotic, how to grab people's attentions, how to turn existing stories into more hypnotic ones, and much more. So let's get started. First of all, the first technique we're going to be talking about today, which is technique number 10, is something called open loops. So what's open loops? Let me share this with you. So I'm wondering, did you go and see Avengers like Endgame? Did you go and see that movie? Like, I went to go and see that movie, and I'm not gonna go and spoil it for you, but at the end of the first part, you're like, what? Like, what? You're kind of like, you see something happen, and you're like,
say what?
oh my god! And then you're like, you can't wait to watch the next video. Like, you literally can't wait to watch the next video. Hey, Marika, great to see you. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for saying hi. Always a pleasure. So when I watched the final Avengers movie, we watched part 1, and you're like, oh my god, they did not just do that. And then I had to wait. They left me on such a cliffhanger, and I had not. I mean, in the past, I've always wanted to, see part 2 of a different movie. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my god! For months, I just kept thinking about this movie. I was like, I can't wait for the next one to come out. And that's what a lot of movies do. A lot of TV shows, they leave you on cliffhangers, and cliffhangers, or what we call in hypnosis an open loop. Open loops are very, very powerful because our minds want closure. And when you don't have closure, your mind processes things for a lot longer of a time. So using an open loop in hypnosis is very, very, very powerful. Hey, Mary, great to see you. Hi, Ate. Always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on. Hello, is that Sarah or Kamil? Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone at the pool. Great. Aneta, Sarah, and Kamil, great to see you all. So one technique to make your stories hypnotic is to add open loops. Because when you leave a couple of things unanswered, if I talk about the 7 steps and I only give you 3, and the 4th one is going to change your life, what happens is you start to like, what is the 4th one? What is the 4th one? In the back of your mind, you might process it for a bit longer. And that is slightly hypnotic, because what is hypnosis, or a hypnotic state, is literally just, wait, first of all, what is a hypnotic state? Look into my eyes, not around the eyes, but in my eyes. You're under. No, it's just a focused state of attention where you're able to focus at a much deeper level. So, it's Kamil. Kamil, hi, Kamil. Great to see you. Kamil is out at the pool. By the way, I hope you guys are liking my new studio. Like, living it up. All right, cool. So that's the first one. Open loops. Open loops, very, very powerful. The next one are stories within stories, and you might have seen this with Inception. Like Inception, you go, okay, we're going under, and then they go into a dream, and then they're like, oh my god, but we have to go to the dream within the dream, and it goes deeper, and you go a dream within the dream within the dream, and it goes deeper. And what happens is when you go that like that, it becomes very trancey. And so I'll give you an example. I mean, just imagine there's once upon a time there was Aladdin and Jasmine, and Aladdin is sitting on a bench talking to Jasmine, and he says to Jasmine, and he says, you know, Jasmine, this moment reminds me of a story. It's about two men walking into the village. And the two men walk into the village, and they pass all these different shops, and they go to a beggar, and the beggar says to the two men, I like your robes. They remind me of a story I heard. And then the beggar tells a story, and then within that story another story. And what happens is you lose track of the fact that Aladdin had started the story. By the way, a lot of Hollywood movies do this. Why? Because it grabs your attention. It gets you deeper, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, yes, Aladdin started the story or whatever. But it's very, very, very powerful in that sense. So Marika is saying my studio looks great. Thank you, Marika. I've been working on it over the last couple of days. You know, I was like, after 200, I was like, I gotta up my game. I gotta. How do I take things to the next level? And so I started researching and looking at some other people and what they were doing, and boom, I decided to up my game. And I'm glad you like it. Thank you for liking it. I appreciate you, and I appreciate. Thank you. Stop it, everyone, please. You're making me blush. If I wasn't so brown, I'd be red now. All right. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Another thing that you can do to make your stories very hypnotic, and that is to use symbols. Symbols are so powerful. You don't even understand. Like here, let me show this with you. If you start to talk about stories, when you start to talk about a man going through a storm unconsciously represents a blocking of energy, a turmoil, inner turmoil that someone may be going through. When someone goes to a pool of water and looks into the water and reflects on it, it's like a moment where they get an insight and they're able to draw upon their internal self and come up with an epiphany. When the clouds part and the sun starts to shine through, it's like they're having a breakthrough. It symbolizes a breakthrough. And when the sun rises, like if you talk about a sunrise, it can be a new beginning. And so when you have elements like these symbols, which represent very similar things to a lot of people, you can start to craft a story that will help a specific person by utilizing some of their challenges and some of these global symbols. So if they're going through a bit of a turmoil, they're going through a bit of a challenge, you start to tell a story that incorporates some symbols that align with what the person is going through. So symbols are very powerful. Obviously, look, we could go through a whole course on how to use symbols and how our mind thinks in metaphors, etc. But just understanding that you can use these is super, super powerful with regards to influencing or persuading or helping people to overcome challenges. It is very, very powerful. So understanding symbols within a story. So that's number 12. Number 13, metaphors. Metaphors, our brain thinks in metaphors. I mean, if when I say to somebody, life is what? Complete that sentence. Life is what? People will tell me life is a journey. Life is a gift. Life is a game. Life is something. All of those are metaphors. Because life is not a game, but it's like a game, right? Or when you're at your best, you are like what? and people will go, I'm like a lion, or like I'm like an arrow, I'm unstoppable. Or people will come up with loads of different things. Why? Because we think in metaphors. And so when like, because you aren't an arrow, you're not a tiger, you're not a lion, but it's like you're a lion. Your mind likes to think in symbols. Your mind likes to think in metaphors. And so when you tell a story that's a metaphor for something else, it can be very powerful. And I give this example over here, which is the movie or the cartoon Inside Out. And in the movie or the cartoon Inside Out, it's like in people's brains, they have one person that represents fear, one person that represents joy, one person that represents disgust, one person anger, one person sadness. What is that? That's a metaphor. Because do we have people living inside our brains? No. But it's like that. And when you use a metaphor, you can simplify the language and get a very effective message across. In this example, they in this movie, they show how emotions can work together and how they can build on each other. And so that's very powerful in terms, but they tell that through a metaphor versus just saying, well, emotions can work together. Just use a metaphor. It's like we have these two people there and they want to work together. It's like da 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 da. And so when you tell a story, a lot of stories can be metaphors of what you want a person to change, or what you want them to do, or what you want them to go through. And so that can be very, very powerful. So number 13 is metaphors. So and that's our session with regards to the ways that you can make stories hypnotic. We've covered 13 different ways that you can make your stories hypnotic. If you haven't, go and check out video 1, go and check out video 2, and see all the different ways, and see the evolution of my my little studio going on over here. And if you want to know more, if you want to take your influence, your persuasion, your hypnotic persuasion to a whole nother level, please do go and check out mastermindnlp.com, and just go and check out. There's a whole course that will help you to do that very, very effectively and very, very powerfully. Other than that, I want, please do also subscribe to my channel. Hold on, let me just go full screen over there, and subscribe to my channel at youtube.com/Muneer. I have a whole bunch of amazing videos that we go live with every single day that will help you to go further, faster than ever before in terms of your communication, your influence, and your impact. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, and I will catch you on another video very soon. And Rick is asking, you want to hang out tonight? Yeah, cool, man. Give me a shout. All right. Wait, hold on. By the way, Rick is showing up right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Say hello to my little friend.
Say hello to my little friend, Rick.
That's nasty.
I know, that's nasty. Anyhow, listen, guys, I appreciate you all. I like you very much.
I like you. Do you like me?
And I will see you on another video real soon. Peace out, one love, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.